Hey guys, Andrew with Figure Fandom Review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the SH Figuarts Aoi Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen. And I'm just going to let you know I have been waiting to get this figure in my hands. I'm a huge fan of Todo. He's actually my favorite character in the series. I think he has some of the funniest moments and just some of the cooler moments too, in regards to his technique. But without further delay, let's just go ahead, get him off the stands, and let's dive right in. So now that we get them off the stand, let's go ahead and first take a look at the box art, and then we'll go ahead and look at the figure's aesthetics. So looking at the box, SH Figuarts has been doing a really good job recently with their boxes. To be honest, this one is a little plain Jane, especially considering my last review. This was actually kind of, meh. But I do like that they've been having the picture of the character kind of bleeding into the window. I think that's, looks cool. It's more, attractive. It makes you really want to pick up a package, especially if you were to see this at like Target or something. So it's really cool. They do have a picture of him in the back, with his arms crossed. The side, just a continuation, it does say his name again, Aoi Todo. And then when you go to the back here, you do have some pictures of poses you could put him in. Of course, you have him with his arms crossed again. We do have him doing a roundhouse kick, which is pretty cool looking. You have him with his about to clap, using his technique. You do have him with his funny little pose. I forgot what that scene that's from, but it's it's a funny face and it's pretty cool. You do have him also with his necklace and the accessory. The hand itself is a special accessory for the necklace to do that same scene, which is pretty nice. Going to the side of the packaging, you do have different face plates for him, as well as a random picture of his ankle. So, hey, okay, you see his ankle. And that's pretty much it. If you look at the bottom, it's just another picture of him clapping, of course, with his name. So, leaving that there, going into the aesthetics of the figure, first thing you're going to notice, especially if you are one of the people who really have issues with it, is that there is a lot of shading on this character, which is good. I know a lot of people, and especially reviewers, will complain about SH Figuarts and their lack of shading, especially recently. But this character, yeah, he is got shading throughout. So all over his back, arms, shoulders. I mean, even down to his, if you can see it there, even down to his ankles have shading pretty much right there. So pretty cool all the way around. The only thing at the pants, unfortunately, I don't believe there is any shading on the pants. In certain lights, it almost looks like there is, but for the most part, I just think it's just molded plastic. If there is any, and you guys have get spotted, let me know. Maybe my eyes just aren't picking it up, but I don't really see any shading on the pants. As for the only issue with shading, and the only aesthetic issue I see, is mainly that his face is has no shading. So you see shading, from everywhere, from his bottom of his waist all the way up to the top of his neck. There's shading, and then his face is just paler, like much paler. So it's very weird that they would do that. I don't know why, but that's kind of what they decided on. But yeah, that is kind of strange. In natural lighting, it's much more noticeable. In the lighting, like kind of white light or studio lighting, you're really not gonna notice it. So for those of you who like to take photos with your figures, it's not really gonna be an issue. But if you're just posing it on your stand, you will notice it a little bit. But yeah, so that's the only thing I could knock it on as far as the aesthetics. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the articulation. So for articulation, as I usually do, I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. So starting with the head articulation, you do get about that much pivot to that side, and then going over to his right, you get that much pivot. So pretty decent head pivot. Looking back is kind of the same thing that we've been getting with a lot of Figuarts lately. He doesn't look back all that much, and that is always seems to be the case with the back of the hair. The back of the hair seems to be blocking or bumping into the neck, which is causing figures to not be able to look up as well as they normally would be able to. However, he can look down a decent amount, so no complaints there. As for his arms are really good. So you can put his arms all the way up. So he has no issues there at all. So arms can go all the way up. He can go all the way around. He does have a bicep swivel right there. He does have a double jointed elbow, so we have that there. Wrists are on wrist pegs, and really good movement and range out of them. So not bad at all. And he has a fantastic butterfly joint, in my opinion. Like, he's just got crazy range in his butterfly joint. You will get gapping, like huge gapping, but I mean, I think it's kind of needed considering that he's a character who has to clap. So I don't see why it is what it is. Either he's going to be able to clap or he won't. And so that's pretty cool. I have no problem with that. Now, for his upper chest cut, like, you can bend it down. The only thing is you're going to notice that the top is going to rub onto the abs. So just be careful not to overdo it, because then you could cause some sort of marking on the abdominals there, and that's obviously going to look bad. So just be aware of that. His waist at the bottom does move actually a good amount, truly. So he could look all the way down, especially if he tilts his head. He can tie his shoes or look at his feet at the very least. Going back is actually quite decent. Yeah, so he has really good, range in his abdominals, and he can go side to side a fair amount. So he's actually got really good range, man. I like him a lot. So moving down to his legs. Now his legs are amazing. And there is a con though, so we'll go with that. So going out, let's just go out. Let's just see what we got here. This guy can do the splits. Like, it's crazy the range he gets. So he has really good range. I mean, that's nuts. And then going out just to the side there, you have that obviously. Kicking forward, oh my god, bro, he's got great forward range. So kicking back, he has the same problem that a lot of figures have, but just not as noticeable in my case. His butt kind of kicks his leg out to the side. But what's cool is the way this is designed right here, this gap can go over his butt. So you can kind of push it in more and get it a little closer. So when he gets like a back kick, it looks a bit more natural. It doesn't look like his leg is cockeyed all the way out here. It looks more natural, which is really cool. So they did a great job with that. Looking at his double jointed knee, it's really impressive too. So he has a really fun double jointed knee, man. It's really good. And if those of you who saw my Demoniacal Fits Goku, the problem I had is it's the same kind of setup that Goku has, only they did it right here. You see, like, you can actually just do this knee and open and close it, and this plastic isn't going to bump into anything. There's enough clearance so you could just move the knee freely without any issues. So this is perfect. This is the way the Goku should have been done for the knees at least. So great job. Now, as for his ankles have ridiculous range. Like, it's crazy range. And he's got the rocker too. So he's got an ankle rocker, so he gives you those martial arts kicks. So you can get that bladed foot kick, like right there. It's really sick. And he's got a really, not really, it's alright, a fairly decent toe hinge. Doesn't go back very far, but I mean, it goes back enough. I haven't had any problems with it. But most toe hinges do go a little bit further, but this one's actually still good. So it's usable, and I've used it in a couple pictures, and it worked out fine. Now, my only problem with him, and this is where it comes into the cons for the leg, is that, one, I think these joints, the ankle joints, are ugly. I mean, that just looks like a giant ball there. I don't know. They could have designed that maybe a little bit better. And also, I do have some looseness in it, so those kicks that you see him doing in the box art, I can't get that to happen properly, at least without mine, kind of falling over. He can't support his weight on those joints, and they are a little loose. So that is the problem that I ran into. Outside of that, though, I mean, articulation is fantastic. This is such a fun figure to pose. They did a great job. So let's move on to his accessories. So for face accessories, we do get one smiling face. We also get a stern, frowning face. There's also a maniacal, laughing face. I guess it could also be used as a shouting face or attacking face. And then we have, I don't know, whatever this face is, but the face he made in the show at certain points, and probably the face that my wife thinks I make at times. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And of course we have his crossed arms, as was shown in the beginning of the video. He does come with 2 fists on him in the package. He does come with 2 relaxed hands, or could be fighting pose hands. He also comes with 2 about to clap hands. Can be used as resting hands as well. He also comes with 2 full-on clapping hands. Can even be used as praying hands. He also comes with the hand to create this pose with Yuji Itadori. And last, but certainly not least, he comes with a necklace, as well as the hand to grip the necklace to create the scene from the show. Well, that's it, guys. SH Figuarts Aoi Todo. Man, this figure, I've been waiting for this figure to come in, and it is such a joy to pose, and I'm so happy to say that it did not disappoint. Beautiful shading throughout for the most part. Articulation for days. My gosh, this guy can pose, and he has range, so you could pretty much move him however you want. Really excited if this is what the Jujutsu Kaisen line has to offer. I'm excited for what they bring out next from this line, and hopefully they continue this strong trend. So for me, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Like, there's only 2 things that are issues, and that is that the faces don't have the shading, which, you know, is not really noticeable under certain lighting, but in natural light it will be noticeable. So I figured I'd at least let you know that, as well as the ankles, the way they look, the circular kind of look of the ankles, not really a fan of, as well as mine are a little loose. However, outside of that, this figure is everything I was hoping it would be and more. So really happy that this came in, and just looking forward to the future of this line. So if you are new to my channel, please feel free to comment. I do read the comments. I try to respond. I know that the toy collecting community, we're a small niche community, so it's good to interact with one another and, you know, at least respectfully give our opinions. All right, guys, so if you find any value, go ahead, subscribe. Always, you know, look forward to bringing out more videos for you. I do them once a week. And as always, please be safe and keep collecting. Later, guys.